Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Cupcake coming at you with another video. Today, we're going to be doing our Week 1 NFL predictions. So, yeah, you can tell that I am hyped. The game is in an hour. I'm excited. I'm ready for football to finally be freaking back. I am so ready for football to be back, honestly. Uh, I can't wait for the game tonight. It's going to be such a good game. Packers versus Bears. Like, we're going to do our Week 1 predictions, as I said. Power rankings will start up next week because of the fact that I just want to see. There's some of these teams, like for example, the Packers are a good example of this. I want to see how they do with their new head coach. That supposedly everyone's saying that it was Mike McCarthy's fault that the Packers sucked last year, but how did a team that was going to the playoffs honestly suck because of the coach all of a sudden? Like, it's kind of weird, but I want to see how that goes out. Speaking of, we got to give our prediction for this game. We got some Bears versus Packers gameplay in the background. Okay, so right now, I'm going to have to give it to the Bears. I'm going to tell you why. Packers question marks everywhere. Okay, when it comes to their team. Okay, does Rodgers still have it? Like, I think he does. Okay, I'm not gonna say that Rodgers is gonna be the reason this team loses by any means, because okay, Rodgers was injured last year and he was trying to kill it. Like, he came back against the Bears. Speaking of, like in the week 1, he was injured. Okay, I'm sorry. The Packers will lose this game, but I think Aaron Rodgers is not going to be the reason why. I still don't know. You guys see how that defense meshes up together. The defense has been improved with people like strong safety Adrian Amos. I think there's one more guy. He slips my head right now that they added on defense, and then they drafted defensively as well. Don't remember the name of the guy they drafted, but they did improve defensively. But there's a lot of question marks on it. Like, will that team mesh together? Because ultimately, football is a team sport. Another question marks even are on the offense. How will the offense play after losing Randall Cobb? Although I don't think Cobb's going to be the reason why they lose games. Like, honestly, Cobb wasn't a bad receiver. Like, let's be honest. I say this: Cobb's not a bad receiver at all. They just got rid of him. I'll take him for my boys. Like, that's a helping hand. But now they only got really one really feared receiver on their team, pretty much, which is Devontae Adams. Which, okay, Devontae Adams is a great receiver. I'm not saying that right now. I'm saying he's a really good receiver, but he has no supporting cast now, so he might be getting double teamed a lot. And ultimately, Aaron Jones is not going to be able to do nothing in the backfield. I don't think I've waited for years for Aaron Jones to actually do something, and every single time he seems to fail me. Right now, I cannot give the Packers away with all these question marks when you have a Bears team that would have made the divisional round if it wasn't for Cody Parkey double doink the ball. Like, that's all it was. If it wasn't for that double doink, the Eagles are not even making that second round of the playoffs to the divisional round, and like Cowboys fans would have been happy about that. But then all of a sudden now you have, well, it was weird. Like, double doink Cody Parkey, honestly, or else the Bears would have made the divisional round last year, and you never know. Maybe they would have beaten the Saints. I doubt it, but you never know. And then, yeah, honestly, you gotta give credit to the Bears for even making it that far. Like, and the Packers didn't. Packers didn't have it last year. A lot of people say it's McCarthy, but let's find out. Let's make sure that this team is legit tonight. Okay? If the Packers are back, I want to see it. Okay? I think the Packers could be back. But I want to see proof of it. Until then, I'm betting against the Packers right now, and I'm choosing the Bears. All right, next game we got Chiefs and the Jaguars. Chiefs and Jaguars are going to be a pretty nice game right there. I'm going to go with the Chiefs right now. Ultimately, what can you say? The Chiefs have Mahomes. They have Tyreek Hill, even though he'll probably be locked up most of the game because of freaking Jalen Ramsey. Like, that guy's a beast. Like, but ultimately, that game's going to be. Do you think? Because here's the thing. Okay, do you think Mahomes can beat that Chiefs, or not that Chiefs, but that Jaguars defense, or do you think that uh, well, Nick Foles can beat that Chiefs defense? I can definitely see Nick Foles doing good, but I can also see him doing pretty bad as well. He has not done good anywhere else but Philly. Okay, so I'm gonna have to bet against him right now. And not to mention you have Leonard. I'm always injured Fournette on that team. So if you expected him to do something for you, I don't know. He's not reliable. So we're gonna have to find out about that. But if I'm putting a bet on it, like that Jaguars defense is really good, but I think Mahomes can find a way to get enough points to win the game. Like the Chiefs have played out their mind the last 2 years. Like this last year. I don't know why two came out. Sorry, but honestly, Chiefs played good. They made freaking Belichick sweat bullets when that game in the conference championship was going on. Like if it wasn't for the fact that Tom Brady got the ball, I honestly think the Chiefs would have went on to the Super Bowl. I am not even going to say that. Chiefs would have went to the Super Bowl if they would have won the coin toss. But next game going on here, I have so far Bears and the Chiefs winning this week. Um, Bears, of course, playing the Packers. Chiefs playing the Jaguars. Falcons and the Vikings. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. Both teams did not play good last year. But the Falcons were pretty banged up. I'm not going to lie. Falcons were really banged up. Okay. But then you have the Vikings here, which you thought the Vikings would have killed it last year with the way their team was looking. And then they fell off a cliff. And I don't know what happened. Like, what happened to that? Like, the Vikings, everyone was talking about the Vikings last year as a playoff contender. They didn't even compete for it, really. Like, they were out most of the season. Like, they were maybe in the talks for getting in, but for that Vikings team to be as talented as it is, like, really? Like, honestly, I'm not joking when I say this. It was weird. But I will say this. That Vikings defense is no slouch. Okay, you still got Harrison Smith out there. You've got, of course, that defensive line is really good. You've got, of course, Anthony Barr, a few others like that. You got Dalvin Cook, which is actually, if he could just stay healthy, like Leonard Fournette, if he could stay healthy, I bet they do have a pretty dominant run game. But he's got to stay healthy. And then you've got, of course, you can't bet against that offense. Like, that offense is pretty good. Now, I'm not going to say Kirk Cousins is a god by any means, like, when it comes to quarterback, because I've watched him for multiple years on the Redskins. Kirk Cousins was good, but he was not the best quarterback in the NFL by any means. I think he's good, though. Definitely, I would say maybe top 10, just outside, I don't know, quarterback. But Kirk Cousins is pretty good, but he's not Aaron Rodgers or anything like that. But yeah, that is what I think with that. And then you've got, of course, their amazing receiving core with you've got, what can you say? You've got, try to remember their names right now. I'm whiffing on this. Stephon Diggs and not Keenan Allen, something like that. I'm butchering his name. I know. I'm trying not to, but I did. Okay, I'm sorry. And then you've got, that team is looking pretty good. If that defense could get back to playing how it did back in 2017, this team could be a force to reckon with. But then you've got the Falcons, which is probably going to be my winner for this game. I think Matt Ryan and Julio Jones will be able to get it back together this season. You've got their running back, I believe Devontae Freeman's the one they have. I don't remember which one they signed. I believe it's Freeman, though. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. But they have Freeman. They had two good running backs. They signed, I believe, Freeman, once again. They let the other one fly by and, let him go. But you have that offense is getting back to full force. And that defense that really struggled last year. Okay, I'm not saying that the Falcons have the best defense in the world. But the Falcons have a pretty good defense. They're no slouch. We'll say that. And a lot of the defensive players were injured. And so I think the Falcons are going to start fighting back. I'll say this. I think the Falcons will get a wild card spot pretty easily because I think the Saints are winning the division. But I think the Falcons will get a wild card spot. But next up, we have the Titans and the Browns. Titans, the most mediocre team in the NFL at times. Like, Mariota never seems to play out of his mind, and if he does, it's few and far in between. So what do? Like I honestly, I'm gonna say this. I am gonna have to bet against the Titans here. Sorry, RBT and TD Barrett. That's all I can say. I apologize, but I cannot bet against this Browns team that's actually looking really good. Like, who knew that you could, in 2 years after going, in a year actually, not 2 years, but after 2 years though, going one and whatever it was, like I don't even know. I lost count of how many games they lost. Like, or 1-31, something like that. I think I got it. 30 something. I don't know. Okay, I'm not good with math. Okay, but that Brown team, and you say 2 years later, like after that, those two horrible or a year later after those two horrible seasons, that they would be actually expected to go to the playoffs. That's pretty crazy. Like you gotta give the Browns props for doing what they've done, actually getting themselves as a competitive team. And like you can't bet against them right now. It's just the Browns are going to win this. I'm sorry. I don't care. Derrick Henry is not that great of a running back to me. I don't think he's that good. I'll say it. They have a decent receiving core, but they have a quarterback that never can stay healthy. And then you got Ryan Tannehill for your backup, and that defense is, it's so. Yeah, I'm taking the Browns. Next, Bills and Jets. Okay, you gotta feel bad. I'm gonna give the win to the Jets just because I think they made better moves this offseason. Personally, the Browns, they're getting, or not the Browns, the Bills. I'm sorry, are getting better by all means. Like they're working towards it, but I have more faith in Sam Darnold getting better in his second year than I do have faith in uh, Josh Allen right now. Even though he played pretty good last year. Okay, what I could see him getting injured again. It's just you have to be on the field to help your team. So if you get injured, kind of takes away all that. So I am going to give it to the Jets. I think the Jets are going to have a pretty good year this year. Not playoffs by any means, but I think they're going to start seeing steps forward to that team that maybe in a few years after Tom Brady retires actually can make the playoffs and might take over the division. Because you got Jamal Adams, you've got C.J. Mosley, you've got possibly a franchise quarterback in Sam Darnold, you've got Le'Veon Bell added to the team as well, along with Mosley. As I said earlier, like that team is starting to slowly, very, very slowly, but surely get better. And so I'm gonna have to give it to the Jets, Dolphins, and Ravens. We don't need to stick on this long, okay? I have questions about the Ravens, but it's not gonna get answered this week, okay? The Dolphins are losing this game. I'm not even gonna spend more than 10 seconds on this one. Redskins. Why did I say Redskins? I'm misnaming teams. I'm about to take more than 10 seconds to get this done. Ravens winning this game easily. Next up, we do have the Redskins versus the Eagles. Another pretty easy one. Even with Dwayne Haskins, I don't think the Redskins really stand a chance right now. So I am definitely gonna have to say that Eagles win that one pretty easily, just because the Eagles have a lot better of a team and a lot better of a quarterback right now. So gotta give that one to the Eagles. Pretty simple and easy there. Next up, we have the Rams. Now, the Rams and the Panthers. Panthers, not Packers. I was about to say Packers. I'm sorry. Okay? I need to make notes on this next time. Okay? But, Rams versus the Panthers. This is actually closer than a lot of people think. A lot of people are like, the Rams are going to blow this out of the water. Let's look at this like this. Jared Goff didn't look very good throughout the playoffs. 2 years ago, they were a playoff. The Panthers were a playoff team. Okay, they had a bad year last year, and there's a lot of teams that had really good years, like my Cowboys and a few others like that, and ultimately didn't let them get into the playoffs. But you've got to give props to the Rams. You've got Cam. You've got Christian McCaffrey, one of my favorite running backs in the NFL. You've got that young DJ Moore right there at wide receiver. Then that O-line, it's okay. It's not great. But, like, then you got Luke Kuechly on defense. You've got, okay, I pretty much can't name anyone. Or that rookie that they got. I can't remember. Something Burns, I believe. I can't say his name right. All right. Like, that defense is starting to slowly but surely get built on. Otherwise, from Kuechly and Kaiwan Short. Like, the team is not the best yet, but it's getting there. And then you got the Rams here. that they lost True. They have Donald still, so maybe not too much of a loss there. Then you've got sit there. You look at their linebacker core. Their linebacker core is not the best. Let's be honest. When I say that, their linebacker core is pretty weak. Then you've got corners that are really good, and safeties definitely really good again. But then you look at their offense. You've got once again Jared Goff didn't play too well throughout the playoffs last year, but they have Cup back, and they have hopefully a fresh Todd Gurley. Hopefully. That's the one thing that doesn't make me want to choose the Rams already. Like, I'm going to predict Rams. I'm going to give you Rams. I don't think Carolina week one's going to come out there and beat the Rams. The Rams were Super Bowl. Well, they were in the Super Bowl. That's it. They didn't win, unfortunately. I would have loved to see the Rams beat Belichick. I'm not going to lie. But, yeah. Rams going to win that game. I just think we got to see how Gurley does, though. Like, let me know in the comments. Comment question here. Is Gurley still a top 5 running back in your opinion? All right. Chargers versus Colts. Andrew Luck retired. Colts are losing that game. Chargers are winning. Seahawks versus Bengals. Even though I don't think the Seahawks are going to be the best team in the world this year. I actually will say this. I think that the Seahawks are not even going to make the playoffs this year. That's something I'm going to say. Seahawks don't even make the playoffs. But I do think they're going to beat the Bengals. Cowboys versus the Giants. Okay. My boys are winning that game pretty easily right there. If we lose that game, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, man, if we lose that game tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Sunday. All right, next up we got the 49ers versus Buccaneers. I'm going, of course, with the 49ers. I'm not a Niners fan, but that defense is slowly but surely getting better. You got Jimmy G back. Okay, we'll just say this: the Buccaneers are looking pretty bad this year as well. Like they're starting to build a defense, but we'll have to see if Jameis Winston got it. If he got it, then we might have to reconsider the Buccaneers where they're at. Otherwise, on defense, because they have a pretty good offense. If they could get a decent running back and a little bit better of an O line, but if Jameis Winston doesn't have it, then we know a team that's looking for a quarterback next year. Type of trade for Josh Rosen again, or try trade for him. Josh Rosen's going everywhere, I swear. But yeah, then we got the Lions versus the Cardinals. Okay, I am not saying Kyler Murray's going to get his first win this week, although I don't think the Lions are that good of a team. Um, they are a pretty good team, I would say, though, a lot better than the Cardinals. Cardinals are winning that game pretty easily. Or Cardinals are winning that game. Excuse me. I said that wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. The Lions. I don't know why Cardinals came out. Yuck. Okay, Cardinals are not winning that game. No. Okay, Lions are winning that game. Okay, let me correct myself there. Steelers versus Patriots. I'm gonna have to give it to the Patriots, even though I hate the Patriots. Okay, you have a Steelers team that's still defensively pretty weak. They're getting better, but they're still pretty weak on defense. Then you've got, of course, right there. Then you've got to talk about their offense, which just got downgraded to living crap out of. You just lost your star running back, even though you have James Carter sitting back there. You don't know. He had a good first year. Will he have a good second year? You just lost Antonio Brown, although I don't know how much of a loss that is, considering what's going on in with the Raiders right now. Like honestly, you don't know, but that team, it's lost a lot of pieces, and I just don't see them doing that well versus the Patriots in week one. Then you've got the Texans versus, the Saints. All right. Pretty good game right there. I'm going to take the Saints. I think the Saints are going to the Super Bowl this year. Honestly, I think it's going to be a Saints Super Bowl. I think the Saints are going to the Super Bowl. I don't know who on the AFC. I would not be surprised if I see the Browns, though. Be interesting. Browns versus Saints Super Bowl. The team that sucked the living, was the worst team in the NFL 2 years ago, or 8 years ago by the time Super Bowl's going on, pretty much. And then you have the team that's been cheated twice in the last 2 years. Be pretty funny. But that would be an interesting Super Bowl. But I'm gonna take the Saints. Okay, they just traded away Clowney. We gotta. Okay, I do think that the Texans' offense is pretty good. I think Deshaun Watson's pretty good as a quarterback. I think he's good. I think he got injured that one year, or he was going to go on to win MVP for or rookie of the year. Maybe not MVP, but rookie of the year definitely. I said that wrong, but you never know. He was looking pretty good, and so I think Deshaun Watson does have it. I think that offense is a lot better, especially after making all those trades with the Dolphins. But that defense is pretty good. But let's see how it plays. I don't think they're beating the Saints week one, even though it took a while for the Saints to get going last year. I think Drew Brees, Marshawn Lattimore, you've got Kamara, Michael Thompson. I think all of them are going to. They're mad. They know they should have been in the Super Bowl. They're ready to go take out whoever gets in their way to get to the Super Bowl because they've been cheated the last few years. And then we've got the Broncos and Raiders. I'm going to give it to the Broncos. I don't want to spend much time on that game. I'm honestly, I care less who wins that game, to be honest. Like, yeah, that game doesn't matter in my opinion. Like, honestly, I'm sorry. Like, neither of those teams are going to the playoffs. Let's be honest. Okay? Neither of those teams are going to the playoffs. But, yeah. All right. So, in recap, week one, Packers versus Bears. I got the Bears winning. Chiefs versus Jaguars. Chiefs. Falcons versus the Vikings. Falcons. Browns versus the Titans. I take the Browns. Jets versus the Bills. I take the Jets. Ravens versus the Dolphins. I take the Ravens. Redskins versus the Eagles. I take the Eagles. Rams versus the Panthers. I take the Rams. Seahawks versus the. Wait, did I just say? Okay, hold up. Let me refresh that. Rams versus the Panthers. Okay, Rams win. You got the Colts versus the Chargers. Colts are winning or not? Colts are not winning that game. Okay, I am really trying to mess this up right now. I need to make sure I do this more organized next time. Note to myself in this video. But Chargers are winning that game. You got the Seahawks winning versus the Bengals. Cowboys are beating the Giants. The 49ers are beating the Buccaneers. The Lions are beating the Cardinals. The Patriots are beating the Steelers. And the Saints are beating the Texans. And also, the Broncos are going to beat the Raiders. But that is the video, guys. I know this has been long. Kind of a little off. Like, I know I need to work on getting these videos more organized and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah. That's my prediction right there. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop that like, subscribe if you are new, turn on post notifications, drop us a follow on Twitch. We'll be streaming Weekend League tomorrow. But until then, I'll talk to y'all later. Until then, peace.